Let's talk a little bit about the autonomy that you have as researchers, Dr. Kruger, Dr. Acharya. On the show, we talked about grant funding is the primary source of where a lot of your funding is coming from for what you are doing, and that most of the grant funds are being secured by each individual researcher. Dr. Acharya, I'll start with you. How much autonomy do you have then in the research that you're doing at DRI?
Absolute autonomy. I can do whatever I want in terms of research as long as it benefits DRI. It is within my interest, and there's a funding available. The most important thing is there has to be money. Somebody has to be willing to pay for it, right? And if it's within your interest areas, I can go. If within my interest areas, I can go anywhere. And I've gone everywhere. Believe me, I've gone everywhere. I've worked in so many different countries, so many different states here in the U.S., and on so many different topics. I have a dual background, right? I have an ecology and engineering background. So I like to claim that I'm an engineer when I'm with engineers, and I'm an ecologist when I'm with ecologists. So I get to do all kinds of things. But a lot of faculty at DRI are able to do whatever they want, and we don't tell our faculty what research you should work on.
Dr. Kruger, I'm wondering, when you are putting together a grant, and I'm assuming you're involved in writing the grants yourself, how much negotiation is going on with the funder on, here's what I want to do, here's the project I want to do, here's where I want to do it? Do you get the autonomy on that side of really developing that contract of where funding is going to go?
Sometimes, not always. As Dr. Averitt was saying, a lot of our funding comes from federal agencies, and typically those agencies develop a solicitation for particular types of projects. And in that instance, you really kind of have to fit within the type of work they're looking to fund. At a more kind of regional level, we can build relationships and partnerships with local agencies and kind of have more of a dialogue and have more contribution to what we can get funded. So there's a little bit of each at play, but both definitely exist.
And then, is a federal grant on a topic like we want to do research on biodiversity related to geology or caves or something like that, and then you just narrow it down to your topic? Or is these grants really in the nitty-gritty and there's only 2 or 3 different research projects you can do with them?
There are some of each. I mean, no matter what research project you're hoping to get funded, there is an agency that has an appropriate solicitation out for that type of funding. Yeah.